If you are an INFP like me, it's very likely that you struggle to fit in. And maybe it's causing you a lot of stress. And maybe you don't even know why you struggle to fit in. So in this video, I want to share with you what I've learned about it, my experience, so that today I don't even bother trying to fit in. So if you struggle to fit in, I hope this video will be helpful, because hopefully it will make you feel better about yourself and it will make you realize your strength. Hey, I'm Michael. Welcome on my channel, where I share every week my insights and discoveries about how to overcome our challenges as INFPs. So it's mainly about how to live a better life and growing together. So if you like to be a part of that, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified every time I post a video every week. In this video, I want to talk about the struggle that we can have as INFPs to fit in, because it's a problem that I faced for a long time in my life, and now today I feel like I'm free of it. I don't need to face it anymore. So I just want to share with you how I've overcome it and what has helped me to do it. What I've found to be the main reason why we struggle to fit in is that starting when we were young, we are perceived as like weird kid. We are different, you know. We don't do, at least for me in my experience, that's what I've lived. We don't feel like other people because we don't have the same interest, we don't act like them, and so people start to say to you that you're weird, that you're special, and eventually you start to believe it. And every time someone tells you this, the belief is reinforced. And for children, it's very important not to be different, because if you're different, it means that you will not be taken care of, and you will not survive. So for a kid, it's very hard to be perceived as different. Nobody wants to be different when they're little. So what happens is that when you grow up, you might find it difficult to fit in, and you might feel the need, you know, to change yourself, to act like someone else, to perform in order to fit in, because you don't feel aligned with the people around you. And my experience with it was that sometimes I had no trouble at all to fit in, to make connections, and some other times it was really hard. I really struggled to fit in, and it was causing me a lot of stress. I was asking myself a lot of questions. So it has really been a matter of navigating and really understanding why I was experiencing this. And I was trying to figure out where was my place in all this. And as a result, yeah, not a really long time ago, I was perceiving all first interactions as very shallow, as very superficial, because it's small talk. And I was really having a hard time, because I think that what I was saying to myself unconsciously is that every interaction was useless, because when I was to meet new people, I knew it was going to be shallow and not very deep. So I wasn't very interested in that. So I was starting to think like, is there something wrong with me? Because everybody around me seems to be able to make to talk to people easily, but I'm not. But as I said, on certain occasions, it was really easy to fit in and to talk to people. So to sum up, the main reason, in my opinion, why we struggle to fit in is because we feel weird, we feel different, and we feel misunderstood. So what we value, we will not find in superficial interactions, in superficial social interaction with people. So a big part of my realization is that it's absolutely normal to feel the need to be the same as others, because, as I've said, when you're little, your survival depends on being accepted. Because if you're different, it goes back to a long time ago, but back then, if we were different, you would be left alone and you would die. So that's why we have this instinct to maybe do not try to change who we are, to fit in, to get in a tribe and to survive. So actually, being afraid of being different is absolutely normal. It's a universal fear, and it's more the opposite. If you don't have this fear, it means you're different. So fearing to be different is very normal. And so the realization about that is that today, as adults, we don't need it anymore. We don't need to fit in. We don't need to be part of some group, because we could easily get old and turn 80 years old without seeing anyone at all. We could have food delivered to our house, so it will be a very boring life, but you will not die from it. So once I realized that, it meant that I was able to be myself. And actually what I discovered is that by being authentic, by not caring about fitting in, by being yourself, first you will feel much better, and second, you will attract the right people. Because as INFPs, there is a paradox, because we want to have connections, but on the other hand, we don't want to talk to people. We don't want that social interaction, that small talk. So the main shift for me was really focusing on being myself, and then attract people that I will fit in like naturally, instead of focusing on me and how others will perceive me to make them like me. So it's kind of the other way around. So first you focus on yourself, like you don't try to pretend to be someone else, you just be yourself, because what's the worst that could happen? And by being yourself, you will stop to force yourself, to force yourself to be liked by everybody. Because at times I felt pretty upset by not being able to make connections with people, or not being perceived as very cool. I don't know, because maybe as INFPs we are idealists and we want to get along well with every people. But that's not the case. You can't get along with everybody. So it's really a matter of being you, and if you don't fit in a group, that's fine. That's not your group. You don't have to fit in with everybody. So I was making this mistake of thinking that everybody should accept me, everybody should understand me, and it's obviously not the case. So just be yourself. Don't worry too much about what other people think, because your opinion is the most important one. Your opinion about yourself is the most important one. So that's it. I guess the main insight from this video and the main experience that I want to share with you is, ask yourself why you want to fit in. Is it really important to you? And most of the time, you will find that you will actually feel much better by just being yourself. You will take much more pride in it, by being yourself and attracting the right people, instead of just trying to change yourself to make people like you. And actually you'll be surprised, because when I stopped trying to fit in, I actually managed to do it very well. Because it's very weird how sometimes I can be like very socially awkward, and some other times I can be like very outgoing and very friendly, and I have no problem at all. So I hope this is helpful. It was my experience on it. I hope you got some value from it. If yes, let me know in the comments. Are you struggling to fit in? Have you overcome it? What are your advice on this, with your experience? I would love to hear your thoughts. So go ahead and share in the comments. Like the video if you liked it, and make sure to subscribe if you're not already. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.